So a little bit about me. I'm no longer in so I'm no longer in KZN. I've been in Johannesburg for the last 5 years or 6 years actually, and I'm actually with my partner Jan Roberts. He's also an executive director with the John Maxwell team, and together we're building an amazing platform using values-based leadership and sustainable people development. We found that there are a lot of areas where people need development in our country, but instead of doing handouts, we looked at how we can empower people, because I came across a saying that was really intriguing to me. I saw the saying that said, don't bite the hand that feeds you, but do if it prevents you from feeding yourself. So I was intrigued by that, and I thought, wow, what an incredible saying, because normally what we do is we wait for people to give to us, we wait for freebies, we wait, feeling entitled to what we deserve, but very few times do we look at how we can empower ourselves, educate ourselves, and how we can grow. And so my life's journey has been on creating incredible, innovative ways to engage with people, encourage them and entice them to the next levels of success in their own lives, depending on where they're at in life, where they want to go, what they want to do. It just made sense to me. So one of the things that I found that really is stunning and incredible is that a lot of our business and a lot of the things that we learn even in schools, is all centered around the Western principles of leadership. We're always looking to every other country to help and guide us and support us. I mean, even the books we read, the places that we go to, the people we interact with, all on an international platform. So I was looking at how can we use our South African story? How can we engage with the brilliance of storytelling of Africa? How do we revive the beauty of people, their cultures, their traditions? What makes people special? So I thought, okay, I've been working around South Africa. I've had the privilege with my other partner to create a program called Celebrating Humanity. And our company, Celebrating Humanity International, was all about how can we get people to the level of respect where they know and understand that all people are equal. When we engage with each other as human beings, when we realize that we don't have to hurt each other to actually grow as human beings. We don't have to use our past experiences and our history as South Africans that prevents us from going forward, using it as a base for excuses or things that hold us back. So I looked at the business environment. I looked at every area where people needed development on a different scale. So everything from personal to business to family, what could we bring into the space that can help to connect people on a different level? Now, what I love about what your company is doing is you're bringing people from all over the world and all over South Africa who are people of influence to share their knowledge and experience. Now, I believe that collaboration is the key. But more than that, we need to revive values based on human behavioral values, what makes us special as human beings, and then creating the foundations where we can actually streamline the way people interact with us, how they feel about where we come from, building it on a level of respect, a foundation of understanding, a chance for us to be resilient, a chance for us to embrace each other just as human beings. I mean, if you think about it, every single one of us come into this earth as babies, right? Now, cutie pie, beautiful babies. Now, the thing though is that as babies, we came into this world with a clean slate. Nobody told us anything that we needed to know until life's experiences and the people around us influenced us. So as we grew, we learned what food we needed to eat based on what our parents fed us or the people around us fed us. So they taught us the food we eat. They told us, by the way, you're a boy or you're a girl. So they told us our gender. Then they said, oh, by the way, this is your religion. This is what we follow or don't follow. Then they taught us, this is your culture, your traditions, this is your language that you speak, these are your friends, these are the schools, this is the community, these are the habits that we all have, these are the traditions that we follow as a family. And what I realized is that we've been programmed so much in our upbringing, from the things that we read, the people we interact with media. We've been programmed so much, and that our belief systems have gotten to the point where we've acclimatized to not thinking out of the box anymore. And so when you see some of these current situations and what's happening around the world, there's intolerance, there's injustice in many ways. There are people who believe that one gender is better than the other. Some believe that one person or one culture is superior than the other. And I'm saying, why are we at that point in our world demeaning ourselves to that level? So I thought, what is the most innovative thing we could do to change the dialogue? And so I thought about this quite a lot. And the thing that comes to mind is change the perspective. It's as simple as that. Every single one of us has got choice. We have the ability to make decisions that works in our favor. And if we think about it and we take all of that into account, we realize that our circumstances does not define our ability to be creative, for us to succeed and to create the lifestyle we truly deserve. So with that in mind, I thought, what are some of the things we need to break in terms of people's belief systems? And so I looked at it very carefully, and I thought, very simply, I'm going to share with you some of my thoughts. And it's this simple. The Omakhelwane principle. Omakhelwane is an African principle of community where it is neighborliness. Omakhelwane means we build for each other. Omakhelwane or Aka to build, Akelana to build with each other, and Omakhelwane are the neighbors that build, support, guide, and help each other. So in the communities where I visited around South Africa, if one person was building their home, everybody in the community would come in and help to build. So it did not matter what your age was, whether you were a man or a woman, every single person contributed meaningfully. Now, the amazing part about that is that through this development, every single person connected and supported each other to the point where there was a support system that enabled everybody's growth. So if I did this, helped you to build your home today, it meant that when you were building your place or you needed help, it was unconditional, unspoken. I would come through and help, which meant that we were building a system of we add to each other. Now, when you think about it, I always say that at the level of respect, all people are equal, and you're perfect as you are. So never ever apologize for who you are as a human being, for your age, your height, your weight, your sexual orientation, who you are as a person, your belief systems, your religion, your culture. The thoughtfulness of who you are is what makes you amazing and incredible. So when you think about it, in order to go to the next levels of our development, we need to become compassionate leaders of influence. And how do we do that? It's very simple, because being compassionate is an intention. It is something that you can build and grow and develop. And it is in your kindness and the thoughtfulness of your words that you're able to help to support other people. Now, compassionate leaders of influence always use 3 E's. And my 3 E's are very simple. It is embrace, evaluate, and evolve. What does that mean? Very simply, a compassionate leader of influence, when you think about them, embrace means embrace the past. Evaluate means evaluate the present, and evolve means evolve into your future. Now, when I'm talking about embrace your past, what I mean by that is very simply that your past does not define what you can have in your current situation and your future. What it does mean is that your past should give you the lessons that you are meant to understand and embrace in order for you to move forward. But if you are stuck in, it is because of the past histories of South Africa that I can't move on. It's because of the people around me, the communities, it's our history. It's because I'm a man or a woman. It's because I'm gay. It's because I'm not religious. It's because I'm atheist. It's because I'm younger and they're older. I think, you know, when you think about it, just stop. Because at the end of the day, all of those are excuses for why you do not embrace the brilliance of your own humanity and what you deserve to have and where you will go in your life if you made the choice. Now, I found that our past has got a lot of areas where we've been hurt, we've been destroyed, we've felt pain, we've been pulled apart. We've had experiences that could have destroyed us, but we're standing here. Whether we're standing here strong or we're standing here a little bit hurt, a little bit uncertain, a little bit distrustful. But here's the thing, we're still standing or sitting wherever you are right now. But you know what I mean. The thing is that you're here right now. So what are you going to do about it? All of the people that came into your life in your past were there for a reason. And a lot of people say nonsense. Okay, I use stronger words than that, but for now, that a lot of people say there's nonsense. So are you saying that being hurt, having loss and all of those things, seeing murder, seeing destruction, all of that was meant to be? No, what I'm saying is look at what you have learned. What lesson have you taken out? Did you become more kind and gentle and thoughtful? Or did you embrace hatred and anger as part of your everyday being? And then you cannot understand why your energy pushes people away. And how come you feel repulsed or you repulse people? Then you can't understand why you're not approachable when it's your very vibes that pushes people away, and you embody a whole energy of self-sabotage, which means that it does not matter what good comes into your life, you will always destroy it because you use your past as an excuse and all of that pain to still hold you back and hold you down and hold you anchored in your own jail of your own making, in your thoughts. And there's the thing, I know I may sound strong and a lot of you might tell me to piss off right now, but here's the thing, I'm talking about this from experience. I'm saying that I've learned the hard way. I've had adversity in my life, and I've had adversity in many ways. I've experienced all the various kinds of abuse that anybody could possibly experience. But the brilliance of it is that I embrace the lessons of what I do not want to happen to other people in my life, how to prevent all of that from occurring again to other people in my life, how I can use my words to influence the people around me so that I can make sure that I'm more aware. I've heightened my awareness because of it, and that is what I'm grateful for. I've become more compassionate, and every single thing I say is going to touch somebody's life in a positive way, and that's my intention. So the lessons I embraced from my past was to adjust who I am and where I'm going and what I can do differently. And so when I take a step back, I realize at the end of the day that I've always been in control of embracing my past, which takes me to the second E, and that is evaluate your present. Now that when you've looked at your past and the things that were done to you and the things that hold you back and the shackles, the invisible shackles that hold you back, those are in the making of the mind. You see, they say that the mind is so strong that you can create anything that you want. I strongly believe that. Having done Mind Power with John Keogh himself over So I seem to have lost you guys just for a few seconds, but you're back. So when we're looking at evaluating our present, I see that when we evaluate our present, we're looking at what do I want to do in my future? Where do I want to go? What do I envision for my life? And what is holding me back? So when I'm looking at self-growth, self-development, my own personal leadership style, learning to understand myself better, what I'm doing is I'm choosing to have a heightened awareness of my own self. And in order to do that, I need to have introspection, reflection, and quiet time. Now, a lot of people ask me, what's quiet time going to do for you? Go and Google mindfulness. There are many amazing, incredible people here in South Africa who are experts on the subject of mindfulness. And there's a reason for that. Mindfulness allows you to actually engage with yourself on a very different level. It's something that you do without judgment. And when you sit and listen to your own thoughts without judgment, you're able to actually dissect the things that hold you back, your thoughts, how you overthink, how you're doing an overkill or over-analysis on something or somebody, and then what can you do differently from there? And so when I think about it, evaluating your present means that you give yourself the chance and opportunity to work out what you want to do, where you want to grow, and where you're going to develop so that you can influence your own life and guide your own journey in the direction you want to go. You will no longer be the puppet whose strings are being pulled by everything, by circumstances, the people around you, by bullies in your home, by bullies in the workplace, by people who don't actually acknowledge you, appreciate you. If you're feeling like you are not appreciated, here's the thing. When is the last time you celebrated your own successes? When is the last time you finished something, anything, baked a cake, built something, cleaned out a room, spring cleaned a whole home? Did you even celebrate it? Or did you take it for granted that this is what you should always be doing and that is part of life and that you're a slave to everything and everybody and nobody's acknowledging you? If you acknowledged yourself and you celebrated yourself, it makes a massive difference because it changes your vibration on such a massive level. Because when you think about it, every single person around you will either be attracted to your energy or be repulsed by it. So if you don't celebrate you, how do you expect somebody else to celebrate you? One of the things that I always talk about is never come down to somebody else's level, bring them up to yours. However, if you are not evolving and developing continuously, what are you bringing them up to? So if you're always saying, nobody acknowledges me, nobody does this for me, are you doing it for yourself? Because if you're not confident and you're not doing it for yourself, how do you expect other people to do it for you? So, I mean, there's simple things to take a look at in your everyday environment, but it's brilliant stuff. It's things we don't think about, and nobody actually gives us a guidebook to building our self-confidence. I mean, there are many, many books that will tell you how to do it, and you read it and you feel all good about it, but practically, how many people implement it? You know, a lot of people say that knowledge is power, and it is to an extent. Applied knowledge is powerful. The reason being is that you will learn so much in this lifetime. You will engage with so many people. But when you take their wisdom, their experience, their knowledge, their thoughtfulness, the things, their ideas, their creativity, their excitement, and you take that into your life and you embody those simple things that you've learned from them and you use it, and you get amazing reactions from people or responses from people, suddenly you realize, wow, that was worth it. And so when you take the next step and you think about it, well, what is the next step? I'm embracing my past and it's difficult, but I will do it. I'm going to look at all of the lessons of what each broken relationship, everything that happened to me, good, bad, and ugly. What was the lesson that I needed to learn from it? And how did it help to mold me into who I am right now? I've now evaluated, well, maybe I need better awareness. Maybe I need to upgrade my skills in strategic planning. Maybe I want to be a better project manager. What do I need to do? And what do I need to create in my life in terms of a supportive environment? How do I design that environment so that I can grow further than this? And so as I do that, I take the next step, and that is evolve into the future. The only way to evolve into the future is to engage with like-minded, amazing, incredible people. And you would have heard this before if you are in leadership, but a lot of people ask, who are the 5 core people in your life? Think about it. Because the 5 core people, the 5 people that are always surrounding you, your go-to people, the people you hang out with, how do they add value to your life? Because a lot of times we begin to resonate and even embody some of the characteristics of the people that are closest to us. So if they're go-getters and they're visionaries, brilliant, absolutely stunning. If they're the type of people that you can have engaging conversations with, that you can really, really get together and dissect things and create intellectual conversations. And you can go to them with an idea and they will give you amazing advice, not put you down. Or are you surrounded by people who are always waiting for you to bankroll the next party? So you're the go-to person who always pitches up because they've got nothing else. They call you and they expect you to arrive with the beers, the wine, the food. They expect you to cater. Or if they're bored, they ask you if you want to go out and you end up paying for everything. Or you're the type of person that when they call you, you pitch up at their home or their function or the funeral or the get-together. You do everything and you slave until the middle of the night. You're tired. You're thrilled that you helped them, but they just used you. They don't acknowledge you. They just expected it. And then you go away resenting the fact that you were so giving, they took advantage of you. And then that changes your spirit. And then you cannot understand why you start to build distrust of other people. And so when you look at the 5 core people in your life, look at whether they add value to you or they deplete you in energy. Are they helping you to grow or are they actually pulling you down? An analogy that I always use with people is that if you are like a ship, if you're like a ship in the harbor, you are anchored there and you stay in this harbor and it is the most exquisite place to be. The thing is though, that you can see the horizon. You have got the most incredible GPS and you've got the most fully fitted electronic dream with all of the technology on board. There's no limit to where you can go in the world with this boat or this ship. The problem though is it's anchored. Now, who are the anchors in your life that hold you back and prevent you from soaring off into the distance, from going off to another country, from traveling, from having freedom, emotional freedom, financial freedom, any freedom? And when you think about that, who are the anchors in your life? It means that if you are that ship in the harbor, you will weather every storm sitting there, getting battered and bruised in one spot. But if you cut that anchor, you could sail off into the distance, into the direction that you deserve, and embark on a journey of adventure that allows you to grow as a human being. Who are the anchors in your life? Now, I always say to people, the brilliance of having anchors is that you can always pull it up. So are the people that you surround yourself, the people you want to invest in to pull on board alongside you on this journey of discovery, this adventure, or the type of people that you need to let go of? And it's okay to let go of emotional vampires and people that destroy your life with their sarcasm, sexual jokes, innuendos, filthy words, demeaning stuff, their verbal abuse, psychological abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse. Who do you need to let go of? What anchors do you need to cut loose in your life? And when you think about that, life is exciting as a journey. And all you've got to do is take a journey where you are always at the helm. You take the driver's seat. Stop allowing other people to pull your strings. And then you get upset and ask, Why is it always me? Why am I always on the receiving end of all of this? Why do people never acknowledge me? You see, celebrating our humanness and our humanity means that we strengthen our resolve and we understand the beauty and the brilliance of what we bring to this world. Our unique talents, our gifts, and our ability to touch the lives of people is based on how much we grow and empower ourselves. So celebrating our humanness allows us to then acknowledge the light and the brilliance and the beauty of any human being that walks this earth. And suddenly, we don't need racism in our lives. We don't need to embrace bigotry, and we don't have to embrace all of the filthiness of prejudices and stereotypes. We do not have to demean men and women. And at that point, when we are fully cognizant of our thinking and we take full control of it, we realize that men are as amazing as women. And I say this in all of my sessions. Understand this. Men deserve respect as much as women do. Women deserve respect as much as men do. Men and women deserve respect as much as young people, children, and senior citizens do. And so at the level of respect, if all people are equal, the only way you're going to get there is to actually understand what your self-worth is like. And you celebrate your own humanness so that you can go to the next levels of your own journey, of embracing other people. I always say to people, you do not have to change who you are, but you can adjust. You don't have to change your belief systems, but you can adjust by embracing other people and understand that you're not the only person that walks this earth. There are billions of people on this earth. Every single person deserves a precious place on this beautiful earth. And so when you think about it, another way to think of this is very simply, give yourself full permission to not like every single person you interact with. And I'll say that again. Give yourself full permission that you do not have to like every single person you interact with. However, huge however, your ability to show respect and be respectful is a direct reflection on your character and dignity as a human being. I'll say that one more time. Give yourself full permission that you do not have to like every single person you interact with. However, your ability to show respect and be respectful is a direct reflection on your character and dignity as a human being. And if we're going to do that, we need to understand that every single person deserves to be loved, honored, valued, and respected as a human being. Every single one of us craves that. How much do we do every single day to uplift and guide other people? What can we do to help to add value to other people? How can we serve other people? I mean, this platform we're on right now is simply amazing, because when you think about it, this platform was designed specifically for everybody to donate towards a charity of their choosing. Now, a lot of people are donating at the moment so that they can help to uplift the lives of people who don't have right now. And it's circumstances that have prevented people because of the current situation worldwide. So it's about reaching deep into your pockets and saying, what can I do to uplift another human being today? I know that Gift of the Givers is one of the charities of choice right now that Peta Horn has chosen. And mine is the New Nation Education, run by Gunther Wallendorf, an absolutely stunning human being that I've interacted with over many years. And he is connected with over 1,000 schools throughout South Africa in underprivileged areas, looking at how he can bring entrepreneurship and development and values-based leadership and engagement on a very different level that gets communities, families, and youngsters growing together, helping each other to use a system that helps the entire community to benefit. And the proceeds actually goes towards building infrastructure for the school whilst feeding entire families. Now, what I loved about that when I saw his concept was this is getting everybody to the point where they're embodying all of the simple tools of being Omakhelwane. Think about it. Birman, Omakhelwane. all of the kutum, family, umdeni, all of these different words of saying community. How can we build a community and add value to other people right now, even from where we're sitting? And so to I invite you to take a look at our next slide, which is, let's see, Gunther's details, and I invite you to actually connect with him on www.gwcorp.coza and see how you can actually add value to young children and to communities by funding an education system and entrepreneurial system that actually helps people to grow. It puts responsibility and accountability back into entire communities and not just enforced on one individual or people who have money and are being forced to actually uplift people as out of guilt. We're saying that you don't have to feel guilty about giving, but give meaningfully. Remember what I said earlier on. Never bite the hand that feeds you, but do if it prevents you from feeding yourself. And so for me, education and entrepreneurship and values-based leadership and connecting helps everybody to win. And my gift to you today is if you go onto our website, keyleadership.com, you're able to connect with us and find out how you can add value on a massive scale, how you can impact entire countries, and to add value to people by uplifting them, bringing values back into their lives. Human behavioral issues is about us taking responsibility and being accountable for who we are as people. Learn how to celebrate humanity, how to guide and support other people. And I know that I've got only a very few minutes left, but I'd like to actually impart with you one last story that made a massive difference to my life. I was listening to this concept of the glass ceiling effect for a very long time. And one of the things I've said to you in this talk is learn how to change perspectives, question everything. A very good coach of mine said, Christian Simpson says, ask quality questions, because quality questions allows you to then create quality actions, and that in turn brings to you the quality results that you deserve to create a quality life and lifestyle. So if you question everything continuously, you will understand that at the end of the day, when you ask quality questions, you question everything and you do not follow everybody blindly. And so when I thought about that, the thing that came to mind is people keep talking about the glass ceiling effect. And that really irritated me, because I could not understand how people say that it's men that's holding us back and women are not good enough. And I thought this is where gender-based issues and violence comes from. Nobody's listening to anybody. And if you listen thoughtfully to men and women, we can gain so much from them in terms of their experience, their depth of knowledge, and the brilliance of their minds from both sides. Men and women have got the most intriguing brains. So why would we demean one over the other? I just think we need to stop that. And so when I thought about this, I thought the best way to actually embody all of this is to create an environment where we can connect on very different levels. Breaking the glass ceiling is so simple. As I said earlier, it's in our mindset. If you think about the stupidity of it, the glass ceiling is used by men and women. I cannot succeed because of them. It's because I'm not good enough. The color of my skin's not good enough. I'm the wrong person for this because they're better than me. My self-esteem, my self-confidence, every single thing gets affected because of the excuses used of the glass ceiling. So if somebody's holding you back, move. You're not a tree. It's as simple as that. If you are in an organization that prevents you from growing, move. That is not the only organization. There's an entire world of organizations waiting for your skills and experience. Move. George Bernard Shaw said very succinctly, he said that even if you're on the right track, you will still get run over by the train if you just sit there, which means that you've got the choice and the ability to take action. And then the last thing about the glass ceiling, very simply, is this. Glass is see-through, it's transparent, it can be shattered. So what is stopping you from breaking the glass ceilings around you, the things that hold you back? You see, the glass ceilings were created by man and mankind by the use of words. And then you put meaning to it and you embraced it into your very being. And that's been affecting your heart, your soul, your mind, and your body. And you cannot understand why you're suffering internally and emotionally. You cannot understand why you're not growing and why you're not developing. And I'm saying to you that you can move, you can do anything that you want and anything you want to become. You have the ability and the skill to do so. So I welcome you to join us on this journey, connect with us. Let's see how we can help to grow people. I have launched 2 movements, Ladies and Gentlemen Connect. It's Ladies and Gentlemen Unite, connecting and collaborating for each other's success. There's no exchange of money. There's only an exchange of the brilliant minds. There's only the amazing ability for people to connect and to share with each other the awesomeness of being a man and a woman, just as human beings. The other one is Impact a Country. And we are traveling around the world looking at how we can instill values within schools, orphanages, universities, top levels of government and corporates, the boards of directors, management teams, wherever they are, if they can breathe and if they have hope. We want to interact with people and say that South Africa has got one of the most incredible lifestyles, the most incredible weather, the most incredible people, the most stunning people on this earth. We have a lot to give. Stand up, step up, move up. Understand that to become a compassionate leader of influence, you have the skill and ability to do so. Nothing can hold you back because you're worth it. When you embrace that and you realize that you're worth it, you can then take yourself to the next levels of awesomeness. And so from my side to you, I just want to say, Peter, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am absolutely grateful for my time that you've given to me on your platform. Thank you to all of the other people, all of the other speakers who have contributed meaningfully. And I'm just thankful for you.
And I'm truly blessed by you, Arthie. Thank you so much. I can't even tell you how much you've blessed me with your time, and you've really touched my heart. And I'm going to reshare this many, many times over. So thank you so, so, so much. Oh, you
You're
bless me.
most welcome.
Big hugs to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Remain
And to all of the
blessed.
listeners, have the most fantastic, incredible day and week further.
Yes, I agree. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.